What's up, everybody? Keone Braun here, president of Blackstone Labs, standing here with Super Science Sami and Keone the Prodigy, and we are at Athletic Factor. Keone has been in town for about 24 hours. We had a monstrous leg day with these guys yesterday. Are you guys sore yet, or is it not set in all the way? Not set in, of course. Maybe I'll have to train them harder today. So today is a special day because we're going to do chest today. And the theme for this week is Sami's full in his off season. He's inside of 3 weeks, so they're going to feed off each other. But I'm actually going to make this video either exciting or stupid by jumping into it and training with these guys myself. So it's a different objective for me. My objective is not to tear a pack training these young, very strong guys, but I'm going to get into it because I'm going to push their pace and make them go really, really hard against each other. I will be conservative, but we're going to do one of my old school workouts from 2009, 10, 11 Nationals years that I had saved up. This is the way that I believe was the optimal way to train for me and everybody that was training back then. So we're going to start out with a pre-exhaust exercise on the Pec Deck. I'm going to show you guys a variation of the Pec Deck to really get a lot more out of it. Then we're going to go into a heavy move, and then we're going to go into either some superset or giant sets, and then we're going to finish out. We're just going to burn out hard on the cable crossovers, but we are going to move some weight today. We are going to be moving some weight. They're going to move some weight. I'm going to watch them move weight. So, thank you, Athletic Factor, for always letting us shoot. We're going to get into it right now. See what these guys can do. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys a variation to the Pec Deck that you probably haven't done before because it's a little odd, but we're actually going to get a deeper, more thorough contraction on the pec when you do this. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit all the way to the edge of the seat, and you're going to lean back on it like this. So you're going to want to be a little bit more conservative with your weight stance. So right now I'm in a full stretch for the most part. I'm not going to come back any farther than this. I'm also elevating my rib cage. Okay, I'm opening up everything as much as I can. So you can see from the side, this is a very weird angle. So here's my start point. I'm coming through. I'm contracting hard here. And then when I'm opening up, I'm keeping my rib cage elevated. I'm not coming back more than 90 degrees. So much different than when you're sitting all the way up. You have a lot more freedom with your scapula. So when you're leaning down, you're arched up like this, you've got your chest in a full stretch here. You're going to actually feel a much deeper contraction like this. It's a lot different. You're going to feel a little bit lower in your pecs also. So I barely have any weight on here, and I can even feel it just doing this. So when you do this, it's very important to not overstretch your pec because you're putting such a stress to the pecs here. But what I find with doing it like this, if you want to stimulate the muscle first to pre-exhaust it and open it, you can actually really, really feel the stretch through the bottom all the way up into the insertion. So if you think about what you look like in a side chest pose, for instance, you want to have as much development and separation through this bottom as possible so you can clearly see everything. Well, this stretch is directly working that. So we're putting a little bit more weight on so these guys can actually feel it. But you don't want to overdo it with something like this. It's really all about the pre-exhaust aspect of it, okay? So this is probably an okay weight for them to start. I'm sure they can both do more than this, but I want them to learn how to do the form the right way first. So you're sitting at the edge of the seat, you're really, really arching up, you're leaning back. Have you ever done like this before? It's a lot different way to do it. Yeah, you'll feel it in there a lot. So really, you're going to feel it from here a lot. When you do it, you're really lifting up the hips. You're putting in here. And we're just doing, all we're doing is just really control the sets. 4 sets. This is just what warm us up and I'm going to talk every step. But you'll feel it through here a lot. It's going to help give you all that separation. Sit on the edge.
You just feel it come across the chest.
Yep. Now keep your rib cage elevated up like that. come straight all the way across. Squeeze right here. Just a little higher. Try to open your chest a little higher. There you go. Feeling it from here? So in between, I want you guys to do very, very lightly in between your sets. I want you to do a close grip, stiff arm pull down like this. This is just going to open your pecs out at the top. And do it rhythmic. You're not trying to like actually squeeze blood into your lats. We're going to open up pec minor like this, and then concentrate on actually pulling down with your chest. This is just to keep getting the blood. You're stretching it like that. Yeah, so you're going to do it with a closer grip. It's kind of like when you do like a dumbbell pullover. When you're not going that heavy, what you're doing is you're focusing on opening up your chest in that stretch position and then kind of squeezing down your chest. This is really just a focus. So open it all the way up. Open it like that, and you're concentrating on pulling it down. So what we're doing now, guys, is we're basically activating everything for the work that we're about to do. So some of you may be watching this and saying, well, why do you have them doing a back exercise when they're doing chest? Now, you have to think about whenever you're doing any kind of push, the ancillary muscle there is the pull group, right? That's the opposite. And so by opening everything up here through that stretch and then going right into the contraction, we're taking the muscle through a very, very far range of motion, and we're basically forcing blood in and then actually letting it come out, forcing it in and then letting it come out. What we're trying to do is wake up all these fibers so that when we get into the actual heavy stuff, they're ready to be recruited instantly and perform that much more. They probably won't be quite as strong on their heavier stuff, but they're going to get more out of what they're doing. Another benefit to this is if you're doing it the right way, I don't want to say it's complete injury prevention because you can always get hurt, but this does actually cut down your risk of injury a bit because you're far more warmed up than by just going into something cold. Nice to see you without your hat on. Any place exciting?
Not really.
Were you at the did you go to the fight down here this weekend?
No, I was in Charlotte. I shot a fight on Friday in Fort Lauderdale, and then had to catch a flight and go to Charlotte weekend. Came back. Friday, Saturday, and then go to Long Island.
What restaurants on Saturday? Sounds familiar. Yeah, on the side, sir. On the side. Yeah, she's going to talk. This is your third, right? Did you take a pre?
Huh?
Take a pre-workout?
Yeah, just Saturday.
Alright, so exercise number 2, we're going into the hammer strength incline. We're going to go very heavy on these today. Now, the reason that we're doing this in this particular order, now it would be at the point where a lot of people would get into a compound exercise, and that's totally great. But what we're doing today is, we started out with this pre-exhaust to kind of open up and warm everything up. Now we're getting into something where you're just focusing on the prime mover. So you don't have to worry about stabilization in this. So what that means is you can just straight push, work the primary area, get a lot of blood in there. And the reason that I'm doing it in this particular order is they're going to be extremely fatigued after this, and then when we go into the free weight exercise, they're going to have to recruit all these other fibers for stabilization, and they're going to get a lot more out of it. So this is going to be where we go real hard, and I'm going to have them do some force reps on here as well. But you also cut your risk down of injury a lot more on the hammer strength. Hand placement, the wider you go, you're going to feel a different stretch to the outside. When you come closer, yes, there's a little bit more tricep involved, but you actually feel through the center of your chest. I usually tell people to go right around the middle, but we can play around with your grip. Keeping our scapula pinched back, right? You don't want to let them come forward like that. So chest stays open. And all we're going to do is sets of 10. This is obviously not going to be heavy for those guys, but we're going to progress ourselves up. Stop. Don't blow your load yet. Come on, just 10. Good.
It's something he's really strong at.
I have a feeling. Dan's really strong on these.
He's not as strong as Dan.
Yeah, Dan,
it's hard to
fills the whole thing up on Dan. Heavier than that, just because I don't want to screw myself up, but these guys are going to have a lot more in them than that.
Oh shit.
Here we go.
Take it off, take it off.
Come on. 10 reps. Good.
God.
Good. Some more. One more.
You get it.
So you're like saying I have to get bigger? That's what I mean.
Come on, PJ.
Although it's 4 sets of 10, they're only going at like 80, 85 for the first 2 sets. Now, at set 3, we want to be around 100%, and then set 4, I'm going to actually take them to like 110, 115% of what their 10 rep max would be. So you need a spotter on this that knows what they're doing. And on this one, the key is just keeping it moving. Don't let them fight. And therefore, keep it moving. Come on, 10 reps, you got this. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
Big chest. Yeah.
There we go. Come on.
Ooh.
Good. Good.
There you go.
6. Come on. 7. Come on. Come on. Come on. 1 more.
I get it.
Like, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more.
8 more. Keep going. 9. Keep going. I got it.
5. Good job. Very good.
Wait. Keep going. Push, push. Come on. Come on. One more.
Alright, so you guys got one more set.
Yep.
Come on. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
There you go.
Come on. Keep going. Keep grinding. Let's go. Come on. More. Drive.
Yeah.
2 more. Do one more. One more. Come on. Push. Drive.
I got it.
There you go. Last set here.
Let's go. Light.
Come on. Come on.
Come on. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Come on.
Push 7.
Another one. Come on.
8.
You got another one. Come on. Drive.
Make it even number.
Push.
Oh man.
Good job.
I couldn't do that at LA Fitness. No.
Alright, so everybody's pretty pumped up now. Everybody's pretty warmed up. We're gonna do one easy set just to get used to the range of motion. So we're gonna do one easier set. I guess you'll call it a warm-up set, even though they're all very warmed up. This is just to get your body acclimated to now having to use all the stabilizers that we haven't used yet. So we're gonna do one easy set of 10, and then again, we're pushing for 4 hard sets of 10 again. But progressing up to where the last one is by far the hardest. That's the failure set. So for now, we're gonna go on this nice steep incline, and we're doing sets of 10. I'm gonna do a nice easy warm up here. Because now all your stabilizers that are pretty rested, they're gonna really kick into gear now. Good.
What number that is?
Yeah, one more. I'll do this how we do this one first.
Come on.
This is different. Come on.
Wait.
Come on. Good. 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 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more. 2 more. Good. Good job.
Come on. Come back.
4, 5.
There you
6,
go.
7,
Come on.
8, 9, half one. 10. Shoulder. Set B.
Let's go.
Come on, Sam. Let's go.
Show me something.
First one. Come on. 3, 2.
Let's go.
Come on.
Yep.
Good. Good.
Still light?
Come on. Come on. Back down now. I'm not going to do any more of this. Thank you. Let's see if I can go back.
There you go.
Come on. Yeah, let's go. Drive up. Good. 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 Come on. Up.
Attaboy.
Let's go. More. Come on. Get another one. Get another one. Come on. Push, 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 push. Good job.
Tired of fucking losing.
Come on.
Let's go, baby. Come on.
Come on, kid. Last 7. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
I got it.
Come on. Drive hard. There you go.
4, 5, 6,
4.
7.
Finish. Do one more. Up, 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 up. Good job. Good set. Put these back.
I bet you would have got 10 if you keep throwing up yourself. Just saying.
It wouldn't be a normal Braun Fitness workout if we weren't doing some sort of supersets or giant sets. So here's what we're going to do. Make this one, we're going to go all about just volume on here. We're going to superset an incline dumbbell fly with the decline hammer strength machine. So on the fly, we're going to push it. We're going to go 12 to 15, pretty heavy. But I want them shooting for 20 on the decline press, and I want them really cranking it out. Full range of motion and squeezing as much blood in there as possible. So I'm gonna go, we're gonna keep this nice steep incline. I really like this for the aspect of pulling all the way up through the top, through your anterior delts. You're gonna get your stretch, come in, track to the top, right? So, same thing where they're gonna progressively move up and the weights here. Over there, they're going to probably stay around the same weight and just try to keep squeezing those reps in. Squeezing it every time. Good. Good. So I'm going to do 15 here, a little lighter than I thought it would be. Squeeze every one. Squeeze. Now when I come down, shoot right over here. So this is pretty light. So I'm gonna do 25. This is 20. 24, 25. So these guys are gonna probably need 2 plates. Flies, open them up. Open. There you go. Squeeze at the top. Squeeze there. Good. 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 Keep going. 4. Come on. 2 more. 1 more. Very good. Good. Next one here.
There you go, Sam.
Come on, Sammy. Let's go. Come on.
Big chest. Come on. Yeah. Come on.
Keep going. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
More. More. There you go. Come on. Pushing. What's up?
Come on. There you go. Squeeze. There you go. Come on. Oh, you come on. Good.
3, 4, go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5. There you go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 11. There you go.
Full stretch.
12.
Set. Give me more. 15.
13, I mean. 1 more.
Man.
Let's go. The best chest on stage. Keep going. Come on. Keep going. Good. There you go. So guys, when you're doing something like this, right? Your objective at this point is completely different. If I wanted to maximize building strength on this exercise, I'd start them fresh, and I'd have them go through a full range of motion, full stretch to full contraction. What we're doing now is, we've done so much that we're trying to just keep forcing blood into the area. We want to force so much blood into the area that it has no excuse to not grow. So we're going strict on these flies, and they're really opening everything up and concentrating on getting that peak contraction. At the point where they're failing there, they're coming over here. This is a complete different range of motion. And now I just want them concentrating on moving as much of this weight as possible until the muscle fails and doesn't want to move it anymore. Of course, the ancillary muscles are kicking in as well. But if you've done this yourself, you'll know that there's something to be said about partial reps this far into a workout and really increasing the pump that you can get. Come on.
Go, baby.
Come on, keep moving. Come on.
Nice.
Keep moving, come on. Keep moving. More. At least 5 more. 1 more. I'm barely helping you.
Go. Shit. Good.
500 cc's.
Go, P.
Thank you. Thank you, doctor. They look amazing.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. 8, 9. Let's go. I got you. Come on. 10. Come on. Come on. No, get 12. Get 12. Come on. Come on. I got you.
My bad side gives up sometimes.
Come on.
One more. Not really. He did most of those last reps.
No, in the 2 plays you did most of the fucking.
I didn't do shit. Striations up. Come on. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on.
10. You going left. And count 12. 3 more. 13.
Come on.
14.
Come on, you got another one.
One more, Keone. Come on.
Right up. Push, 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 push. There you go. Okay. Come on. Big chest.
Come on.
Come on, big chest, baby. Let's go. Good. Right now. Come on, keep moving. Come on. More. Keep going. Keep going. Last second. More. More. Go 5, 4, 3, 2. Good job. Good job.
All you got.
Come on. Nice. There you go. Good. Come on. Infuse it. Come on.
Come on, Sami. Good.
Squeeze hard. Come on. Let's start getting these partials out. Go.
So pinch your scap.
So you're going to pinch your scap in the back. Right? This is your start position. You're coming up. You're going to want to try to not bend your arms either, because then the biceps are going to do the work. Squeezing up to about collarbone level, and then coming down. So this is going to be the first execution of the cable crossovers that we do. We're going to get some variation in here. And if you've never done this before, just going to mix it up anyway. The key is making sure you maintain that scapular contraction like that. And then boom, right up to that collarbone level. There you go. Good. Try to come down here a little bit more. Yep, right there. Now swoop up. There you go. Good. 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 Come on. Good. Good. Come on. Good. Come on. Squeeze it out. Good. Good. Good.
1 minute.
15. There you go. Good. The chest real high. Good. Try to open your chest a little more. Come on. There you go. Try to let your arms come down here a little bit. Now you go. Swoop it up. Swoop it up. There you go. Good. 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 So the way we just did it was going to be the hardest. This way is very tricky, okay, to do it exactly right. So what we're going to do is we're going to step forward a little bit. Again, your scapula is back. And the motion that you're going to bring, it's an awkward one at first if you've never did it, but you're coming up and over. So you're going to come like this. Open it all the way back up. And come like this. Now, when you do this the right way, you're going to feel this high in the insertion a lot more. This is not one to really play around with going too heavy on, because you're in an awkward stretch up here. But with my bounce, but when you do it the right way, you really, really squeeze through the top part of your pec a lot more. Squeezing down. So we're actually, if you notice, we're actually coming up, over, and down a little bit. It's sort of, it's almost like throwing a baseball with really poor pace motion. Okay, so you're coming over and then down and squeezing that top part there. And you're going to really feel this stimulation through here a lot. Again, this is not what you try to go too heavy on the form of everything. So you're coming up and over Good. But finish a little higher. Finish a little higher. There you go. Shoulder up. You want to feel it from here. Good. Higher. 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. 9. There you go. 10. There you go. Hey, right there, right there. 7. Good. Keep going. 12. Don't stop. 13. Good. 2 more. 4. Good. Last one. Nice. Stop. There we go. Not so high. There you go. And over down. Come on. All right, variation number 3. Not too far off the way most of you probably do a regular cable crossover, but we're going to stand very, very upright, and we're going to squeeze down this. Up, down. So we're only going to come to about 90 degrees. You don't have to over-exaggerate it at the top. Coming here, down. These are actually really good to do with one hand as well. You'll actually see my chest is contracting a lot differently on this one. And then the others, you're going to finish in the position that you would with like a hands clasped or flush with it. There you go. Nice and upright. No bending into it. This way, they'll probably be the hardest way you do out of all of them. So from here, you can straight up squeeze like you're doing a hand slap. It's like, keep it fly, bud. I've heard that phrase before. Try to keep your arms a little straighter. Yep. And then just go straight down and squeeze. There you go. Good. So you should feel this in the insertion big time. You go squeeze hard. Squeeze hard. Come on, you gotta squeeze hard. There you go. Squeeze all those fibers out. Come on. It's like you're on stage. Squeeze. Squeeze those fibers out hard. There you go.
You want to win, right?
There you go. Come on.
Come on, make those reps count.
Good.
Hold it harder.
Good.
Squeeze harder.
Good.
There you go. There you go. Are you working? There you go. Come on. Hold this one.
There you go. Keep arms straight. Try to keep your arms straight. Here, try to keep it straight. No bend. That makes it so tricky. But because of that, you're going to feel it in the insertion right there.
So you feel it right here?
There you go. Oh, that's why we're doing that. There you go. Come on. For the last set of the day, we've done 3 different variations for this last set. Do them however the hell you always do them. And don't worry about getting fancy. And just burn it out. You've done a lot already. Squeeze all those strings. I'm still fasting, remember that?
Yeah?
Really? Yeah. This is actually the first time I've gotten a little dizzy in a while because I'm doing more volume.
I got 2 more. The rest of these cards. There you go.
Yeah, I was feeling like in a way like that. It was like the 50th time I how shitty my shoulders are.
Slow down.
Good, squeeze them hard. Good, last set of the day. Squeeze them out, bro. Squeeze them.
You don't have to hold video again, do you?
Good, come on. Good.
Hold the video again?
Good. Good. There you go.
Come on. Keep going. Keep going.
Good. Finish out strong. Good. Good.
Keep going. Keep going. Don't
Damn,
stop.
look at all those freaking striations. That's crazy.
Don't stop.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Good.
Nice.
There you go. How you guys feeling?
Great.
Good pump? We're gonna actually take a look at Keone pose before we wrap this up. But inside of 3 weeks for him now, so he's running out of gas. Gonna get everything we can out of him. That's why we brought him down here to try to help him push through these last stages of prep. We'll be going home with 2 weeks to go. And I've said this plenty of times, really, like these last weeks now are far more important than the last week. You're not doing that much the last week. You've done the work. You're just perfecting it. So now these are the nitty-gritty last real hard workouts. It's definitely good to recruit a partner or somebody that can help you push through more. Also somebody that will know when to tell you, hey, stop. Because young bodybuilders, I've been there, you have a tendency to want to do more. More is not always better. You got to make the sets really count, like those guys did today. These guys are very strong, not just for their size, just in general. And it's fun for me to work out with these guys. I have to make sure that I back myself off and not try to compete with them and make myself worse off. I'll probably be pretty sore tomorrow, but it was fun for me. And keep following along with Keone. And these videos will all be out before the New York Pro, so you guys will see the difference between how he looks now and New York.